let's get right into it. Married at First Sight, Denver season. Now we're at the reunion. So a lot of stuff has happened, obviously. So we're gonna get into it in this reunion. Let me just start by saying that the reunion was very hot. First of all, we see um Lauren, Claire, Emily, and Becca in pink. They all wore pink. Chloe wore purple. They didn't ask them.
Didn't
Kevin
get the
is
memo.
the host. Kevin asked them that what's up. Then I said that was it's just pink in solidarity for each other. That they didn't find real love, but they found girl love and those kind of things, friend love. And then I said, "Oh, Chloe, how come you?" She said, "Well, that she had a different experience on the show. That she came later than them, and she didn't get to bond with them like the way they all bonded. So, but like she's happy for them. They should do them. I love Chloe. Chloe has been a class act from the beginning, and in the reunion she remains a class act. And then in the post reunion episode, she's beefing Lauren, and I need to know more. That's why I'm gonna watch it, because if the sweetheart is
So they've
beefing
turned the show
somebody,
from Married at First Sight to be about couples to beefing each other
so
now. Is this what we've gone to?
that's why I need to see. I need to know,
Okay.
because why would a sweetheart be beefing another sweetheart? And it was over
Okay.
man. It's over man. It's over Michael. I think Lauren's eyes is entering Michael, the guy that wears women clothes.
What a qualifier.
I don't know
Okay.
how else to describe him. The androgynous guy. He's Greek.
Okay. Okay,
He's
Michael. So
Greek.
Michael's
Yeah.
entering. That's why Michael was like one or two things. On or those shoes.
One
On or
of
those
those shoes.
shoes. On or those shoes.
No,
Yeah.
so but apparently it's Lauren the one that made the first move to follow him. So maybe I don't know, maybe she was shooting a shot at him.
Yeah, so his mind is like, I'll say to you about saying English, Musi Polowo Jami, meaning he has advertised his markets, you know? So everybody now
Yeah,
knows Michael
no,
is
but
in the
he is a very.
is
I
out
have to,
here, you
I
know?
have to say that of all the guys, Michael is the sweetest guy. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
lie,
so
he's actually
he
very
has done his
sweet.
advertisement very well. That's why he
Definitely,
was saying,
I don't think I should marry. I think
yeah.
I can do better. I'll ask him the rest. Anyways, so the reunion that started, it was just contentious. The women sat down on one side, minus Chloe. Chloe sat down on the other side with the guys, and then there was one guy on. I can't remember who the guy was on the other side. But anyways, the women just came in hot. They just accusing the guys that the guys, care only about the optics. The guys only care about how they looked on the show. They didn't really care about love. They were not in it for the marriage. Blah blah blah.
Hmm.
The women came, and I was just like, whew. I was like, what? And then they dropped the bombshell where they're like, oh, that they actually came together to discuss how they're going to navigate production, and they all agreed, all eight of them. Once again, Chloe and Michael are not included in this. All eight of them agreed on not showing certain things on camera and not discussing certain things on camera. That they all wanted to. I guess maybe they've been seeing, the internet and backlash and stuff, and they're like, let's avoid that backlash on ourselves. Let's plot a way to come off looking good, whether or not we end up together. Let's all look good. So, but then the women are blaming the men. But then even Kevin was like, okay, but you guys went along with it. Why? And then they're not like, well, okay, yes, it's true, we went along with it, but yeah, we shouldn't have. We definitely regret it. Cool. So let's it be. Like the anger is, to me, I was like, why are you angry? You went along with it. All of you are adults. None of you are children. If at any point during the course of the 8 whole weeks of the show you were not okay with it, you could have stopped it. They're saying that, they didn't stop it. So it was at the end that the women started revolting, because when they had that their group hangout post decision day, as when Claire started accusing Cameron of being a group leader in the whole trying to date other girls whole thing and stuff like that, and how he was gaslighting her. And I was like, huh? The show I've been watching, Cameron has not been gaslighting you, Sha. The show I've been watching. But once again, we know that production is not our friend. So we don't know. Then Cameron, so all these contentious, now Cameron now says that Claire told him on night 2 that she's still in love with her ex-boyfriend. And then he didn't say ex-boyfriend, he said boyfriend. He said, and I say boyfriend because they are still together. She was just like, what? Then Claire claims that she was attracted to Cameron in the beginning, which I don't believe because I didn't see that. Obviously, they
Cameron is
both
the guy that went to that
the
was sick.
the
Yeah.
New Zealand tall guy. Yeah. And then she claimed that she was attracted to Cameron from the beginning, which I don't believe. And then both of them claimed that they were being gaslit by the other. And I was like, who do we believe now? Because throughout the show, I thought Claire was the gaslighter. I thought Cameron was the good guy, and I thought Claire was gaslighting, and that she was doing the whole keeping up appearances thing, making it seem like, oh, her and Cameron are so great and everything. When I feel like Cameron was just kind of like, I'm done. I don't want to, you know, like I just let's just call it a day and separate. And she kept on acting like, oh, the separation is not a thing, and they're still together. And I was like kind of confused. I was like, are you okay? Like this is weird. So, anyways, they now the Married at First Sight's interview structure. They do the group, then they break them off into couples, then they did girls, then they did guys, then they brought experts for the girls, experts. I'm just like so many, so many. This thing. So, anyways, so the first couple they did was Cameron and Claire. Attraction argument once again because both of them argue because Cameron says that she wasn't attracted to him in the beginning, and to her she says she was attracted to Cameron in the beginning. Um, and it's just a whole back and forth thing. And so then
I
he
don't know
asked
why
her,
people have this problem with the whole just tell the truth. Nothing keep
yeah, but
no
that's
dig
the thing. But
on.
that's the question? Who is telling? Who is lying? That's the question. Like throughout this reunion, I was just like, okay, but who's lying? I was just looking back and forth between all the couples. I'm like, okay, who is lying? Who is lying? Who is lying? Because I can't even tell who is lying.
Oh Jesus. This
But
is
I
what
mean,
happens when the show has been on the air so long that it's no longer real. Like you can hear them saying they plan to not show.
yeah, they made
Wrap it
plans. So,
up.
but I
And
think
you
that,
said
but
they're
I
doing
think
another season. For
they've already
heaven's
filmed it
sake.
now. I think even Kevin was shocked about the whole because he's part of the production. Like he's not. I mean, he's there listening, but he said he hears. He said that he hears chatter about the show while it's ongoing. So he was like that. You guys are not taking. You guys didn't take this thing seriously. You guys made a mockery of the show. The show that is already a mockery, but they made a mockery of the show that they were not authentic, and so they ended up missing out on the experience that they could have had, which I agree with 110% because like it would have been a completely different experience. I also still blame the experts because the experts kind of tried to push them to stay in marriages longer than it was clear that they wanted to. Now, before people go and say, oh, Marvel is into divorce, I'm not into divorce, but it was clear that these people were not going to stay married. It was very clear.
Should have never, from the beginning, put a lot of these people together.
Yes, they
But
shouldn't have. They shouldn't have.
let's not go
Yes, no.
backwards.
Anyways, so Cameron and Claire. So apparently, throughout the time that Cameron was in the hospital, Claire never saw him. And then so she said it's because he was canceling on her. He said it was because she cancelled. No, she said that he stopped answering her. She said that he stopped answering because she cancelled on him a bunch of times. Once again, it's all this he said, she said. But this is where I now figured out who the gaslighter is. After all this back and forth, arguing, anger, Cameron now said he wants to try again. I said, oh, yeah, the gaslighter. I've seen this now. He now said that apparently he asked her to get back together 6 weeks prior also, and he called her a sociopath in the same conversation. So I was like, okay, so Cameron is because once when he said he wants to get back together with her, I was like, okay, you are the gaslighter because you're acting like you're the good guy, but you want if she's so bad for you, she's not she's in love with her ex boyfriend, blah blah blah. Then why you want to be with her?
Because what is the hill that we have a motto here? What's our motto? Men like what?
Wicked women
Say it. You
in our live shows, in our live show, this will be the chant.
men like what?
Wicked
Wicked
women.
women.
I will have a male DJ so that it's opening.
See, look, people will be saying that we're being crazy when we say stuff, but people keep proving us right.
No, but this to me proves that he's the gaslighter. He's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one that has
yeah.
been gaslighting.
Just
Apparently, he
it's
was the
all jokes,
mastermind.
please. It's jokes, so
No,
please.
of course it's jokes. But apparently, he was the mastermind of the whole production talk and
Mhm.
everything. And it was, I was like, he deceived me. He had me fooled because he was doing this innocent, dopey kind of like, oh, I'm such an innocent, goofy, good guy. I just want goodness. He had me. But in this reunion, I was like, oh, you are the one. Definitely is. Um, so Claire is now dating someone. Cameron is now in finance. Which I'm like, if you have a heart issue, are you sure you should be in finance? Because it's kind of stressful, you know. So I don't know, Sha. So they left things like that, Sha. Then Austin and Becca, Becca's thing was like that off camera. The conversations, the off camera Austin, on camera Austin. She said that they're not the same. That on camera Austin was almost like he was acting, and off camera Austin was not as, you know, forthcoming with conversations, and that even the intimacy conversation, which that one I saw is the experts will tell them to do something that will lead somewhere, they will do it halfway and he will stop. He promised and failed on the sex thing when they had their getaway, I think, and he promised that they were going to have sex. So he ended up getting drunk and going to sleep in another room.
Yeah, he didn't plan
This
it. He didn't
girl,
see
this girl,
himself getting drunk. He just ended up.
it just happened.
It just
This
happened.
poor girl cried at least 6 times in these 8 weeks, which is a lot.
Hmm.
Which is a lot. Anyways, apparently he now said, so you know they have a show called After Party, which I wish I could watch. I only saw 1 or 2 episodes here and there. So he now said that after he normally waits because Emily, one of the girls, she was just being so aggressive. That's when I was having a relationship. That was, I mean, that's neither here nor there, but that's her identifier for me. She was now being so aggressive. She was like, why didn't he tell Becca that, why didn't he want to have sex with her? Da, 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 da. He now said that normally they actually wait 3 to 6 months before sex. Okay, but you knew that this was a 2 month process. So why are you on this show? And why did they allow you on this show? I feel like they would have asked him about sex.
Girl, he's making these rules on the fly as he goes. I don't understand. This is not true.
And I said it's slow. Then Becca now said that she wish she knew that she wouldn't have pushed him as much and everything. But then she now gave examples that one time they were hugging in the kitchen and that he pushed her off and called her a honey girl, which I was like, ouch. That would
That
hurt
guy
even. That
doesn't
was.
wasn't he didn't. Oh, but oh God, you
Anyways,
guys, you're
at this
making me
point,
speechless. I'm speechless.
no, so like at this point, and if you see my notes, I wrote at this point, Austin seems dishonest. I feel like at this point, I'm like, okay, now you're lying.
Yeah, just
You're
making the rules
clearly
as he
lying.
goes.
You're making things up. And then he
Yeah,
now said he tried to make it work. I'm like, I don't believe that he tried to make it work because from what I saw, he didn't try to make it work.
the dude had clicked out from the first day. Like, look, this is the
I
reason why I
swear,
don't even like
when they
watching.
had that conversation about heaven and hell, I think it was done at that
I
point.
didn't even get there from the wedding. Like, I feel like at this point, I'm a
Mm.
good like I judge these things and I don't say this was from the very first day he saw her, dude had clicked off. She was not his type, even on paper.
Maybe it's the pink hair. Maybe he doesn't like pink hair.
She was not his type, and he was like, "I'm going to
I'll
come
try.
out looking like the good guy. I'm not going to be one of these guys that come on this show and look like a fool because like I'm not going
That's
to
that's that's
say it."
that's what all of them thought, but all of them ended up looking like idiots. I'm like, all of you are so stupid.
Yeah.
You don't even know. All of you
So
are very
yeah,
stupid.
he wasn't going to come out here and be Bartholomew on TV.
On TV. But he ended up being that. Like he ended up being like that's what I'm saying that it's so ironic that all of them ended up that they all thought, oh, we're going to come out looking good, and all of them ended up looking like just complete losers, like people that I would never like if I see them. If any of them try to talk to me, I mean, once again, nobody's coming and something. I say, nobody talks to you. I know, I'm not their type. But I'm saying, if anybody with that kind of personality came to talk to me, I would like it wouldn't click, it wouldn't happen, right? So I was like, what people try to avoid ended up happening. So just go there authentically. In fact, it would have been nice. Maybe if I maybe I'm telling you about by episode 6, everything should have ended.
Yeah, they're just dragging it. And also, I feel like for shows like
Well,
this,
you don't blame them.
people
They want their full season. They've already ordered their
yes, that's
20
what I'm trying
something
to say.
episodes.
That it's more about having your complete 15 minutes of thing. You can't have
Yeah.
just 5 minutes of it. You have to have your complete 15. So you're gonna see through to the end, even though from the wedding day he knew. I mean, how long
Because I
is this
mean,
process? This we had the whole
it's 2 months.
process under even knowing that you're married to someone because there's nothing you're married as a Christian, you believe that.
But the reason why I'm kind of like is on the fence about that because if even if he was not attracted to her, then at the
Mhm.
point of decision day, he should have said he wants a divorce. He didn't say he wants a divorce. He said he wants to
Again,
stay.
but you said it that even though like it just doesn't that guy was just playing optics, I personally feel because immediately you said immediately after the decision day he was not with his wife. Does that sound like someone that
I
wanted to
think
be
he was
that
just being
stay
a
married?
very passive. I think he was
I
doing
think he
that thing
wanted to
that
say it
some
off
guys do.
air.
No, I think it was doing that thing that some guys do, where they'll frustrate you. They want you to read the handwriting on the word. They say read
Yeah,
this thing, yeah,
yeah,
read this
exactly.
thing.
You
They
didn't
say
want that.
read this thing.
Yeah,
They don't want
yeah,
to be the ones to say it. They
yeah.
want you
It
to
didn't,
figure
yeah,
it
and
out
then he
and be
doesn't
the
want there
ones
to
to.
be a record of him saying it too,
Yeah,
because he's
yeah,
always going to. That is good to plausible deniability. Like,
yeah,
if
yeah.
the marriage didn't work, there's no record of him saying it, so people are
He's
gonna
the
be
one that
like,
asked if it was. Yeah, they say it was
who
mutual.
did, and then it's his word against hers, and then we'll drag this thing back out.
But we can't say to Drago because even from what I saw, he didn't try. So when he was saying he tried, I was like, no, 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 nope, nope. You didn't try.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's very obvious that you didn't try. You would try halfway and stop. It's like a little child. You know how children get distracted. Maybe like you bought them the most elaborate game, the game that they were crying in the store, throwing tantrum. You bought it for them. Then this one cardboard packer. They will see you sweeping. Suddenly they want to come and join you in the sweeping, and
That's
you're just
or
like,
or you buy the whole game, blah blah blah. You get home, you unbox it. It's the
it's
box
the
they
box
want,
that they want to play with. You know what I mean? So that's kind of I was like, what the heck,
and you're
man?
confused. Like that's why I'm like I like the first time we started talking about all these relationship shows, we said there is no formula. When you get to a certain age, there's nothing that a guy will do that you should internalize. Do you get? I just personally feel like once he says he's not attracted to you, cool, you keep it
Yeah,
pushing. It's
yeah.
not easy to hear that. I'm not saying that it is easy and
Yeah, but
everything.
it doesn't mean that you're not attractive. It just means he's not
Yes,
attracted to
exactly.
you.
Doesn't mean you're not. That's the thing that people need to don't internalize it. It's just not for you. It's fine. Keep it pushing.
Keep it
Doesn't mean you're
moving.
not
Yeah.
attractive. It doesn't mean that you're no somebody else is not gonna find you attractive. This one person doesn't. And so sometimes you don't even want this one person to just to like sometimes I need women to actually stop and ask themselves that question. Is this who you want? Like I said, is this your man? Hmm?
Yes, and I will stick beside
Exactly.
it.
Is this who you really want? Is that who you really want to find you
This thing
attractive?
that you said reminded me of the episode of the middle where Sue finally had a guy like her, and then she goes and tell her mom that mom he likes me, and the mom like, do you like him too? And she's like, I don't understand.
And he likes me.
That's how some girls behave. It's like, do you like the person?
As
You
in,
don't care.
you
You're
want
like,
to
I don't
come
understand.
on.
You're like, I don't understand. He likes me. Yeah,
As in,
but
isn't
do
that how it's
you
supposed to
like
work?
it was when I
But
said
yeah,
I don't understand. I'm like,
yeah,
whoever wrote this, wow,
Stella.
brilliant. Yeah, Stella, like you
Yeah.
guys need to branch out and watch all these kinds of shows. It's not always Game of Thrones. Watch some
Watch
comedy.
it. Watch it.
The Middle is a very
Don't
good
get me
show. The Middle is
started
good.
because I was about to crack a joke
Raising
about
Hope.
yeah,
Oh,
Raising Hope was
anyways,
funny.
Raising
Oh
Hope was
my
good. So
god.
yeah.
The premise
Anyways,
alone.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of like Baby Daddy, but Raising Hope is like the ghetto fabulous version of Baby Daddy.
And there are enough characters and more characters and it's good.
Yeah. Next couple is Michael and Chloe.
Mm-hmm.
They even sat down together. So the other couple, they sat down on opposite side of Kevin. This one sat down together. So this everything seems like very amicable. So at the beginning, after the honeymoon, when she came back, she said she wanted to take a few days, but like by herself. And so funny enough, when the thing was happening in real time, she's like, "Oh, I'm an introvert. I just need some time, to recharge and everything." This process has just been a lot for me, from being single to being married, going on honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of interpersonal time, and I just need some me time. And he was very much like nice and everything. And she was like, "Oh, the way he responded was so nice." That was said in the moment. Now, months later, she's like, "Oh, she wanted him to ask her to stay." I said, "Oh,
You see, here we go again.
women, women,
Here we go
women."
again. It's one of those like skits that they do where the girl's like, I'm leaving. And the guy's like, okay. You
And
won't
she's
beg
like,
me to
"Really?
stay.
Yeah."
No.
Like, really? You're gonna let me go?
You s- like what the
I was like,
say
when
what's
did it
on your
happen? You
mind.
said, "Oh, I feel so relaxed. I feel so much better. I like how he responded." And then now she said she wanted him to ask her to stay. I said, "Chloe, baby."
Say what's on your mind. We're too grown for this behavior.
Yeah,
Men
she's still
like
gone.
it's like when girls say, "Oh, what?" No girls, guys say, "Women's flirting." It's like
Women
staring
flirting
at you
is
and like.
Don't let your girlfriend catch me.
Or like blinking your eye, like
Yeah,
no.
just blinking.
I'm intensely staring at you. Don't you get it?
With no
Can't you
smile.
read?
Yeah, with no smile, no smiling. It was like looking
Can't you
creepy and
read my mind
scary
and I'm
AF.
interested in it? No, no,
Women,
that doesn't work. No.
pull up a sis. Come on, let's talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she now said that for her she had doubts because like after like just a couple of things, you know how hindsight is always 2020 because in hindsight you can kind of draw a picture. The picture may not be accurate, but it will lead you to your destination because obviously there are multiple ways to get to a point. So for her, she said a couple of things that she noticed that in hindsight were like, those are things that maybe should have hinted that this guy is not. She said that she felt like he was not as into the marriage as she was, that he was committed to the process. So to the 2 months, he was committed to the 2 months, but he wasn't committed to lifetime marriage, which I'm like, oof. I love when people can give that distinction
Hmm.
because she didn't say he was here for the fame, which she could have
His
said.
mind just was just, I'm doing this
Yeah,
after
he
the
was
two
like after doing
months.
the 2 months, I'll figure it out. But he was very much like, oh, 2 months. She said I should know he was in this for the process, but she just felt like he was in this for the marriage. Which I'm like, beautiful, beautiful. Um, what's the word?
Articulating your
Yeah, beautiful
thoughts.
articulation,
See, girl,
beautiful
you can articulate your thoughts. So why couldn't you
differentiation,
just tell him?
beautiful
I
differentiation.
want you to. I
No,
want you
but
to
I
tell me to
think
stay.
but no, you know how even when it happens to me, like something happened to me today, is 2 days later that I'll tell you exactly how I felt, why I felt the way I felt. Sometimes it just takes time to process things. For example, she said
That's
that
fine.
after
She
the
could have told
wedding,
him
you know,
a day later.
yeah, true, true. But she said that after the wedding, she asked him what her new last name was, and he said, "Oh, there will no need to change it." And then he said that he doesn't recall saying it like that. That for him, he thought he said it more like, "Oh, I'm a modern man. If you want to keep your last name,
Lies.
so be it." But you know that sometimes women hear things that men do. So that
No,
one, I'm like,
not that he's not saying it like I'm a modern man. My
yeah,
thing is lies. He was already done. When that was
that's
the
why
roots.
she's saying and also that's
The
that's why
moment
she's
he
saying that
said
what she
that,
said. Yeah,
that was just like, girl, he's not staying after the 2 months.
that was the and so that was what she said. That in hindsight, those were the things that she spotted, and the fact that
Hmm.
his mother didn't know he was married. Because funny enough, during the process, they talked about it, and she said that in the process, once again, she said, "Oh, she's fine with it. That she understands. They don't need to stress her. That yeah, if we stay married, then yeah, we can meet her and all these things." Once again, she's sounding very reasonable. There's no reason for us to doubt that she does not believe what she's saying. So when she comes to the reunion and she said that, oh well, that it made her feel some type of way. I said, but sisterly, the therapist asked you, and you said, oh, you're fine with it. So what's going on? The sister who tried to help you, and you said you don't need help.
Mm-mm,
You said, I'm cool.
mm-mm.
You said, I'm cool. So here we are months later, suddenly it's not okay. Anyway, so but for him, it was like, nah, but he explained this stuff about the mother to her now. Sure that yes, she understands that, but it's just that for her, she just kind of felt like those were things that were, you know. And then he said that that started creeping in after the first month, which it was very clear. Like whether he was acting, we don't know, but I'm saying it was shown on the TV. Like after the first month, he started having doubts and stuff. And then he now said that he regrets saying no on decision day, but not that he wish he had said yes. He said he regrets that he wasn't more ready. He regrets that he wasn't at the place where he could say yes on decision day. And Chloe was they asked, they was ask you, do you want a second chance? Chloe's like, I'm cool, I'm good, I don't want. But is it the truth? Because now we know that Chloe likes to write things in her heart. Maybe
Well,
months later now. Because why is she beefing? Excuse me. Why was she beefing Lauren? If she was really just getting a second chance, why is she beefing Lauren
well,
for
you find
going
out
into?
now.
That's my
Go do
point.
your
They already
homework and
said,
come back
"Oh,
and
I
tell
am going
us.
to watch it." But my point is, if she was really okay with not wanting a second chance, why would she beef another woman for going after the guy? If you guys are cool, because she's doing this, I'm a chill girl. I'm a cool girl. Of
Of
course.
course, I'm a cook. There's something I'm supposed to say to you. It's too funny. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
I'm a, I'm a cool girl. Of course, I'm friends with my exes.
Mm-hmm. No, no,
That's
you don't.
how.
It's not I'm a cook. You say, of course. Of
No,
course
no,
I'm
no,
a
no. That's the Nigerian
that's
one.
like
The right one is I'm a cool girl.
I
Of
know,
course.
I know, but it sounds whenever you say of course, I just think of course I'm a kids guy.
Yeah, no, that's how I'm going to come to be cool girl. Anyways,
Oh my
so
god.
even their dressing rooms, right? The girls and guys dressing rooms, but Chloe is on her own dressing room. I don't. It's not like she's not between the girls, the ladies, but I think she doesn't want to be around the negative energy because
Mhm.
the women's energy is actually very negative. Like every time they're always like gossiping about the
And the
men.
black girl, Lauren included in this energy.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, Lauren is. Oh, yes. And once again, you know, Lauren is a very strong person, so her energy is very strongly negative. So Lauren is very much included in it. They are very. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add that before the reunion, they had a photo shoot, which was really cool. A woman's photo shoot in lingerie. They were trying to, according to them, reclaim their femininity. They felt like during the process they lost their femininity, which I understand because they were in the they were put in the role of being the ones trying to make it work. So they kind of lost that. And you know, you always talk about resting in the feminine energy. They were not resting. They were not at rest.
You were not embarrassed. Oh,
They were not at rest. So minus Clay. Clay, once again, I feel like both her and Cameron were gaslighting everybody because I feel like she's not innocent. Even that was an Emily. Emily, I'm calling to Emily because Emily has problems. So anyway, so Chloe is excluded from the other women, so she wasn't invited to the photo shoots, and which I just kind of find odd because I'm like, is it because she was still happily married at this time? So are you people now doing? So it's now almost looking like, are you guys bitter? Like I don't get. So because when they were having their conversations and stuff, like when they have the hangouts, Chloe will hang out with them. She will listen to them and hear what they have to say, and she will put, give one or two words and
they've
stuff.
already formed Egbe.
Maybe.
So Chloe
Maybe I
came
feel
too
like they were
late. You
already
can't join
getting
the group.
bitter. I feel like they were already bitter by that point.
You know,
And so
there's
if
this.
Chloe,
Yeah, she can't join the
yeah,
group. It's too
she
late.
couldn't join, it was too late. So I was like, oh well. So even during this reunion, the girls when they will be talking, oh, he was looking so stupid. Da, 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 da. Just I was like, the vitriol was too much. I was like, what is
They have
this?
a group and they are there
This is
to
not.
hate.
Yes, they're definitely the hateration was on 10. Like Jesus, I was like, funny enough, the guys were just chilled. The guys are like, oh wow, the ladies are so mad. Like guys can be, like guys can be so like obtuse and like oblivious.
Yeah.
Like all those skits were like not skits really, but like when they capture it, like when the woman is like hopping mad and the guy is just like, oh, I'm just going to, and it's just like you cannot even tell that the woman is like pissed to the max. Like, so the guys are like, oh wow, the women are pissed. Wow, I'm so shocked. Like, oh really? After everything that you put did to them, you think that they won't be angry. Like the guys are like, oh no, I thought we were in this together. And that's why I said that once again. When you're dealing with a man, when A is not okay, tell him I don't want A anymore.
Hmm.
Just say it. Because look at them. They were like, no, so to them, they were like, we all agree to this together. I don't understand why you people are the ones angry. You people are even the ones that broke it. We're not angry. So why why are you angry? And the women are just like, and they're just like, why are you angry? So it was so funny. Anyways, then we did the women tell all. So they brought all the women. Um, and basically Kevin was trying to lecture them about like the whole process being they made the whole process inauthentic because they were all like trying to curate how they come off. Lauren now tried to say that, oh, that's what happened that they got, and Lauren is a black girl. She's like, oh, that they just got a bad batch of men, and Kevin's like, no, 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 that all of you are guilty. And that is the thing. The thing is, the women were trying to play victim, which I was not okay with because from the beginning, Kevin was saying, but you people play that you guys agreed. So when you why didn't you say something? They now say, oh yeah, oh I was made, oh victim, 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 and it's like no.
Once they
Then now
agreed to that part, that was
yeah,
the nail in the coffin because I didn't watch this, obviously. Once once they agreed to that part, then these women agreed to the end of their marriages because there was no longer authenticity happening anymore. Because
exactly.
you've divided the time between when the camera is on and when the
I'm
camera is
ready
off.
off.
And so we're just acting now. we're unpaid
Exactly.
actors at this point in time.
Yeah, exactly. And
So
that's what Becca said. Becca said that she can't give me second Austin a second chance because she said she doesn't know what is real and
mhm.
what isn't. Because it's just and like exactly when you decided to play producer, how will you know what is real? You can't. And apparently, so they have a no intimacy conspiracy. So the women believe that the men conspired together to not have sex with any of their wives.
So nobody had sex. Nobody
Once again,
consummated them.
minus Michael and Chloe. Like I said, those ones freaky dicky. But the first four couples, none of them
So they can just
had
annul
sex.
this marriage then.
So they said they said it was a conspiracy that all the men came together to decide that
Is
they're not going
so
to have sex.
those marriages can be annulled. This is what I'm
Let's
understanding.
hope so. Yeah,
Because
let's hope so. But one thing I know about men is that men do like sex. So I don't believe that men can conspire to not have sex.
but
I don't believe that.
this just happened, so it happened.
I don't believe that they conspired. I just feel like it just happened. I
And
don't
yeah, that's
believe
what it just happened.
it just
I don't
happened. I
believe he
don't believe
conspired
that
either.
that's what that guys
I think
cannot
it just
conspire to
happened.
not have sex. I just believe it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Guys cannot conspire to not have sex. They will have sex with you and still break up with you. Free sex for 8 weeks. They will turn it down.
It
They
just
will turn
happened.
it down.
This is a filler. Maybe they will fix themselves next season. We'll see.
My dear sister. Well, we'll see. Anyways, then we go to Brennan and Emily. So Brennan
Hmm.
said that he checked out early because he felt like there were no match due to lifestyle differences, which I get. So Brennan is very, like I told you, I think he's German or Russian, one of them. Very
Hmm.
like structured kind of person. He's very disciplined and all that. Emily is very she's sorry, I'm not being racist. She's a typical white girl. She gets white girl wasted. She's very sloppy. She's very messy. She just thinks that, oh, let me just be however I want to be and just do whatever. And and it's like, yeah, in a marriage that really would not work. So well, like I said initially, I was like, oh, Brennan, but then towards
I
the end, and I
think.
realized that Emily also has a problem. That
Hmm.
Brennan didn't like the fact that she was so indisciplined, and it kind of turned him off because it was like, I can't deal with this.
I feel like the experts, when they're picking people, should also do. I know they don't want people to see each other. They should have a mixer, the exact same type of mixture. Mixer, sorry, male, female, whatever, and like have it and just observe the people. Like maybe they videoed it down to like 100 people, or whatever, and observe people, see what's going on, see what the girls are doing when they get drunk or when they're drinking, when they're talking. Listen to the conversations, let them talk. In fact, let it start that if you even want to put a spy in their midst and like have people have conversation about their ideal man, what they will do in this situation, blah blah blah. Let's just let's get to know them, because that would have saved this match from happening. To get to know that I was a bit rowdy. And stop saying this rubbish thing of, oh, she's rowdy, he's calm. He'll calm her down. Rubbish. Like, I need them to stop that rubbish. It's not the way things always work. Stop it. Like, I need
Yeah.
people to stop giving people too many hurdles that they have to climb
Yeah,
to
so many
be in a
mountains.
relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I think
especially a relationship like this where you're starting from marriage. Don't make it too difficult to stay together. There will be more challenges that will arise. Like, the more you live with someone, the more you get to know about them. After a year or so, you see new things, whatever. But don't put things that shouldn't even be on the table on the table.
on
That's my
table, yeah,
point. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, because initially when they started, they used to do it, they did it across the country, and that posed issues because then at the end of the season, people were trying to figure out so who's going to move, like because people have
Yeah,
jobs, they
exactly.
have
Don't do those
relatives,
huddles.
so then they
I
now erase those hurdles. They now started doing like in the same
Right.
city and
So
everything.
then religion should be
So
one of those hurdles
religion should be
too.
one of those hurdles that you should not put, and also like
Just put people
lifestyle
that have
differences are
like religions
important.
together.
Yeah, and lifestyle is also very important because people that party till 4 a.m. and somebody that goes to bed by 10 p.m. they cannot be together.
Yeah, don't put them together. Yeah.
And put them together. Yeah, so he felt like the experts failed him, so he checked out early, which I feel like once again maybe because of this that stupid pact. Because I feel like he would have after the honeymoon he would have asked for a divorce. Then he said that he thought that they would get free therapy. I guess he was trying to do that thing of, oh, I'm just trying to help Emily. She has so many problems, and I'm just gonna be her friend and be here for her, and let's get some free therapy for her. Meanwhile, he's never been in therapy, and every time the therapist was trying to get him to like explore his feelings, he would always shut it down. But here he is claiming that he was trying to get free therapy, and I'm like, then apparently there are plenty rumors. Apparently there are rumors that once again, this is where Emily has a problem. So Emily said that one of the rumors was that he was talking to one of her friends, and then but then I was like, okay, but she eventually said that she was lying. Emily now said that doesn't matter. I'm like, huh? It matters. The truth matters.
Facts matters.
Facts matter. People, please now. The earth is not flat. Like God, please. Facts matter, right? So apparently there were other rumors besides the double date rumor of him and Cameron. There are other rumors of him like trying to talk to other girls, and also Emily also kissed a guy during the process. So I'm like, so you guys knew that the marriage was a sham.
Throw the whole season away.
But you
Throw
know
it
what I
away.
mean? They knew that the whole thing was a sham. So
Just throw it away.
why did they continue? Why didn't the girls rise up and say, you know what, I'm not, why would I subject myself to indignity for 2 months when after 2 weeks I know that this is a wrap?
Throw it
Because
away.
you can tell that the guy has stopped trying, or you can tell that even you are checked out. So just check it out. Anyways, then Lauren and Araya, the final couple, I was they were amicably unfriendly. So you know those polite people that are very polite, but their politeness is clearly like, if you
Hmm.
mess with me, I'm gonna tear you up. So
I
that's
think
them.
that guy is. I mean, I didn't finish watching it, but I think that he is probably afraid of her.
You better
So
be
he
afraid of
won't.
her.
He won't. No, in terms of like trying to drag things with her. There's not going to be any kind of like dragging of anything, like you
You better
said.
be afraid of her.
Eh?
I tell he better be afraid of her
Yeah.
because she don't play.
Just don't. Just yeah. He knows that this is
She
not
don't play.
even where. Nah, man.
She don't play. Cause so after the they divorced early now or separate whatever. They shall went their separate ways early, and then they had the couples get together
Mhm.
where like this like weekend getaway kind of thing, and so they brought them. I don't know why they brought them, and then so they were asking her like, oh, has Orion reached out? She's like, no, he hasn't reached out. That she's cool, whatever. Then during that getaway, he now told her that, oh, he wants to be friends with her and stuff. She said cool. Then when they go back to town, I guess after some weeks passed and there was no efforts on his part, that she messaged him that, you know what, let's just keep it professional. We don't have to be friends. I don't hate you, you don't hate me, no beef. But like,
Can I
if you
ask a
need me,
question?
yeah,
Was that text necessary?
it was necessary because the
Why?
guy is not serious.
Let
So
me say
no,
something.
because
Let me say something.
I feel like guys should know where you stand because if not, they'll keep on
No.
trying to play
Do you
with
know
you.
how you know where I stand?
How?
When you text me and you don't get a response. When you call me and you don't get you know where I stand.
No,
I
but
don't need to text you.
I believe in being clear. I like the texting thing because you see the
No,
evidence of.
because you no. This is what I believe. You told me. I didn't come to you. You came to me and said you want to be friends. And
Yeah.
I said, cool. We leave the show and you do nothing to be my friend. I'm taking that as a sign. You've
Oh,
passed the information across.
I get, yeah, I get what you're
I
saying.
don't
I
need to
can't remember.
text you anymore.
I can't remember if there was some exchanges between them
That's
before
what I'm
she
saying.
sent
That you
the text.
didn't
I
do.
can't
She said
remember.
he
I
didn't do
can't
anything.
remember.
You
I
didn't
can't
try to be
remember.
friends. Then what am
So
I
yeah, I
texting
mean,
you
yeah,
for? Do you
he
get?
didn't like he didn't try like
There's
hard.
no need
So
for that. Like,
maybe it was
I need people to.
maybe no, but these are
Yeah.
ex-husband. You know that it's not just a random person. Now these are ex-husbands.
I
So
beg you. Which ex? How many days? Kilo shelle. But what are you
of six
saying?
whole days, of 6 whole days, she was a married lady.
Oh, come off it. Yeah. So no, no, no,
Anyway,
no.
so she sent him the message. Then he now said, "Oh, that this is a loss. That he must take the time to reply." And that was his
Doesn't
reply.
care.
No, he cares, but that was his reply till tomorrow. He didn't send the reply, and then she was like, "Oh,
How
that
can
was
you
the
say
extent
he
of the
cares
reply."
and
So he
that's his
doesn't. So
reply?
clearly, he doesn't want to be friends. So she's like that. She's fine with not
Yes.
being friends. That he should stay where he is. She'll stay where she is. She's
No love
Gucci.
lost.
They're
Everybody
Gucci.
move.
Yeah, no love lost, but don't cross me. Don't greet me. If you see me walking down the streets, cross the road. But we're good.
Yes.
So
You cross, I don't.
Yeah, yeah, hold on, him cross. I was like
He's
him
like,
cross now.
you cross, not
No,
me.
you cross, not her. So then they now brought out the experts. Experts were talking, trying to accuse them once again because obviously now everybody knows that they were all faking it. And then
Still,
some of
express,
the
you are not, you are not set free on this. Y'all were wrong on some of these matches.
so
Like,
many levels. You were wrong. You
it's
should
not even
never
just about
have.
what they did. It's also on you guys. So
Yeah, and also because I feel like sometimes they were forcing things that were not there. And so, like I said, so at some point their speech was getting very culty. You know how when the cult can sense you're trying to leave and they start trying to guilt trip you into staying. At some point, that's how some of the experts were sounding,
yeah, because
especially
they
Dr.
need,
Pia. And I was like,
but they don't need this much content. Is my thing. Like, we don't need 20 something episodes.
it's the fact that they are not done for me. That's killing me that they are not done.
Okay. Well,
So
good luck to all of
this
them.
one has turned to the real world. This is no longer for the first time.
Yo, man, I used to have the attention for all those things back in the day. I do not have. I can barely finish the challenge
No,
these
I can't watch
days.
Challenge anymore because it's
And I
so.
used
I'm
to.
just
That was
gonna
my
watch
show. I loved
Queen's
it.
recap. No, I can't do it
But
because it's too
no.
gamey. Like,
Yeah.
so when I was watching her review, I was like, okay, cool. So they've changed some things, like, oh, you must get a star to, excuse me, to play in the final. Cool, but the elimination is still political because
Yeah, that's
they don't
that.
just say, oh, bottom two are going in.
Yeah,
Just
and they
say
used to do
bottom two
that
are going
when the
in
challenge started. That's what they used to do. You bottom three, they're
automatically.
going into
Yeah,
the elimination.
yeah,
You are definite. And then people probably what they do is they will now vote out of the three in the bottom three,
yeah.
which two are going to go up against each other.
Good.
That's the only
Yeah,
time politicking will come, which is fine. Politicking is interesting, but only when it's fair
it's
in this
warranted.
type of game
Yeah,
because we're making
yeah.
our own ideal world in this situation. And I don't want to see the monikers of real world in this show. I don't want that. Then you have all this stupid, oh, we've known each other longer, been in the game longer. It's just a detriment to the game. Bottom three into elimination, and you know, if I'm a vet, I have to do well because if I'm in the bottom three,
Exactly.
I'm going to
I may
most
go
probably,
in
yeah, have a 1 in 3 chance of going into, yeah. So I think
elimination.
the challenge needs
Exactly.
to bring that back. We bring that back, I'll come back. This has been Married at First Sight reunion review. Guys, you guys know what to do at this
So
point, right? Like,
yeah,
comment,
let's know your
subscribe.
thoughts. Yeah, please comment. Let's know your thoughts, cause I
Thumbs
just
up,
feel
like
like
it.
yes, please like it.
Let me know if I'll do this in Marvel again. Because I don't know.
See, I am exhausted,
Yeah, I'm exhausted
and
too. I
I know that
am.
I've been laughing, but I'm laughing at their pain because it's funny.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
can't do it now.
Let's talk about